Okay, everybody, give me a second to figure out because I like to see how I sound and things of that nature. If I can get there, that'd be great. I only have like about 30 minutes to kill, but I noticed something today, so I wanted to share with everybody. So here I go. It'll be here when I'm gone. So if no one comes, we're good. The message is still here. Let's see. I'll make sure I don't sound ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay. All right. So I didn't make like charts and diagrams. Hey, one of those weirdos. I noticed something about Jorrun's natal chart today, so I want to put it out there while I have like a little bit of time. So, you down for the ride? Hey, Large Father Tron. I haven't seen you around in a hot minute. How are you? Good, I hope. Eating those number fours. Staying rad. Is it only when you go to the airport that you eat that though? Okay, so because I don't have a lot of time, I'm gonna read a lot of stuff off the internet, so you're good or whatever. So y'all are looking at my shit right now. We're all good. We're all fam. Okay, anyway, so I do astrology, as everybody knows. Okay, and there's a sect of astrology called asteroid astrology. Not everyone believes in this part of it. Not everyone believes in astrology, but hey, we're just here to pick fun at Jorrun and have a good time doing it, right? Okay, so honest time. I get so excited. I love honest so much. Okay, I love everyone, but we vibe. What can I say? It's that deep spiritual hum between Jorrun and all of us that, yeah. Okay, anyway, so asteroids, we all know what they are, right? Okay, they're all circulating, but then when one's discovered, people can name them, and they've kind of taken on a thing of their own in astrology. Mine are uncanny in my chart, kind of like the asteroid with my first name is conjunct my sun exact. It's crazy. Some people don't believe in it though, so hey, take what you will. So now today, I was wondering when I was like, what can I do on Jorrun's chart without a birth time that I could actually still see what's going on in his head, in his dented head. So yeah, there's an asteroid called Nessus. Now, when it comes to asteroids, people kind of always want to say what they think it means. I always go to the mythology. So let's read what Nessus did in Greek mythology. I'll read it to you. Oh, don't look at my documents. Actually, it doesn't matter. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to read this whole thing. Nessus is known for his role in the story of the Tunic of Nessus. After carrying, I say Deianira because I've seen it spelled differently, the wife of Heracles, across the river, he attempted to have intercourse with her, so he tried to forcibly put himself on her. Okay, Heracles, but just that's nothing new for the Greek time. That's day-to-day life. Heracles saw this from across the river and shot a hydra-poisoned arrow into Nessus's breast. As he lay dying, as a final act of malice, Nessus told Deianira that his blood would ensure that Heracles would be true to her forever, knowing the blood to be infected with the hydra's poison. The girl clearly believed him. Later, when her trust began to wane because of, is that lol? Lol. I don't know what that word is. She spread the centaur's blood on a robe and gave it to her husband. Heracles went to a gathering of heroes where his passion got the better of him. I'm guessing that was an orgy. Meanwhile, Deianira accidentally spilled a portion of the centaur's blood onto the floor. To her horror, it began to fume by the light of the rising sun. Oh yeah, sorry I didn't say because I said asteroid. He's a centaur, so they're the more powerful asteroids, if you will. Okay. She instantly recognized it as poison and sent her messenger to warn Heracles, but it was too late. Heracles lay dying slowly and painfully as the robe burned his skin, either in actual flames or by the heat of the poison. He died a noble death on a funeral pyre of oak branches. Heracles was then taken to Mount Olympus by Zeus and welcomed among the gods for his heroic exploits. All right, so what do we get from this? Nessus is a rapist and a trickster, a deceiver. So let's see where that lies in Jorrun's chart. Okay. Ooh, hey, Night Driver. Ooh, a 3-day drinking binge, Father Tron. I think I've been on one too. I worked this week, and a lot of that sometimes is meet and greets. So it's like, I was drunk. Hey, Dr. Cass. Okay, so now that we know that Nessus is about abuse, uh, cunning, trickery, deceit, and being forceful of yourself on someone, just pure lust, let's see. Okay, now we don't have Jorrun's birth time. This is also just something we think he might have been born in New Bedford, I think we were told. But he does say Massachusetts. That's good enough for the what we're doing. If I could get a time, I could get so much more. All right, so this is his chart. Right here we have Nessus. It's hitting 2 points on the chart. His sun, who is who you are, and Uranus, which signifies kink. Okay. All right. Not only does it hit these 2 points, let's zoom in here. It hits them with 0% flaw. It's perfect on both accounts. And the aspect here, the trine, I say the trine is something that happens naturally in your life. People think it's a natural talent. I think it's just part of, like, if you sniff every time you say something like Jorrun, it's a trine habit, I would say. Like me burping after I drink claw is probably a trine habit. I'm trying to think of something, but y'all get what I'm saying. Something you do that your brain doesn't tell you to do. It's something you do. Okay? All right. So let's continue there. All right. So we're going to decode this. So he has Nessus trine sun, 0 degrees. Perfect. And then he has trine Uranus as well. What connects those two? Let's see. Do these aspect? I didn't even look at that, but let's see. And Sun trine Uranus. So this is the thing I read last time about him being a piece of shit. A piece of shit. Okay. And that's also at 0%. If y'all can see here, I pointed my finger, but so we got a whole lot of shit kicking. All right, let's go. Let's see what these things mean here. I'm gonna find it eventually, but he's cranky. Hey, Clobber. Okay. So let me first say, I wish I knew what house it was in. But let's see what Nessus in Gemini means. Can be obsessed with winning arguments and debates, getting their way, is it via persuasion, and overall being heard. This is the person, excuse me. This is the person in love with their own voice. Control usually is obtained over others with verbal abuse and trickery. Cycles of abuse and control are broken when they speak up for themselves and get help from a support network. When they share their story, there's an association with exposing the truth, or at least their side of a situation or story. Trust issues revolve around lies and infidelity. That's just one piece of the pie, and I think that's already Jorrun, all right. Let's see what else we got. Okay, what did I... Okay, when it comes to love life, this Nessus wins the arguments being a creative manipulator. I'd say he did that. Such a person doesn't believe in fighting and negotiates smartly to attain his partner's trust. Further, there are chances of abuse and bad experiences with siblings. I think that's probably true too. It says 3rd house, but that's Gemini. Gemini rules the 3rd house. So communication is used as a form of abuse and sex. Did he not use communication as a way to abuse people's trust with his forceful sexuality? And is that not abusive? I mean, input me. I'm not like chasing a dragon here, right? Okay. All right. Let's see what else I found. I also have my suspicions that I don't know for sure what his ascendant would be, because depending on the houses, but I do think he has 8th house Scorpio. And that's where it's home. Well, don't read all these things. You know what? We are not going to read this. we are going to go to my books because that's better knowledge than anyone's opinion on the fucking internet. Okay. This is probably good. All right. Let's see. If you're into astrology, want to, I highly recommend this book. Don't get these little books at bookstores because they're going to just tell you little baby shit. This is actually a great starter compendium. I wish I started with this. Anyway, all right, let's go. I'm going to look at 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house represents, he does not have this to my knowledge. It's just a suspicion I have. Okay. One's experience of events and circumstances in which one must deal with transformation or with the attachments of oneself or others to that which is transformed. Breakdown, decay, rebirth. So that's the place, but let's see what I think Scorpio in there means. I think Jorrun has this. Okay. Ego, death, and transformation through emotional merger of egos. Sees no difference between good and evil. Fond of living intensely, dramatic, loves emotion, loves mystery. I think he does. I think he's been hardened a bit in life, but I do. Usually not prepossessing or dramatic in appearance, but truly enjoys confrontation. I think he likes, just think of that skit he had where people were fighting over him. I'm gonna be Stefan's, you know? Anyway. Hey, Jonathan Perez. Often misunderstood because perceptions and feelings are difficult to analyze and communicate. May blame self for this and will overcompensate with secretiveness. In order to transform, he has to have an emotionally intense influence. He doesn't let himself get close to anybody, probably because he was scarred before, probably from his father. I think this is true. Also, because the sun represents your father. So if you treat astrology like a math problem, I wish I had my whiteboard. Okay, if you treat astrology like a math problem, it's going to be like Nessus equals sun, and then the parentheses, I don't know what that is in math, I haven't been in a long time, Uranus. So it's like the wild card, kink, eccentricity brought on by the father, form of abuse. You know, I think of it in algebraic terms. It's easier for me to understand. But let me see if there's anything else I left out. I knew I wouldn't get to be on here long, but I finished way before I thought. All right, let's see. A third house of Nessus Gemini, which Gemini, not third house, is a kind of verbal Nessus that makes use of his communication skills to manipulate different things. A simple example of this Nessus can be a compulsive and unreasonable journalist who has an uncontrolled tongue or pen. Such persons manipulate their siblings by using gossiping tactics to turn things in their way. It's deleted! I think he likes confrontation as long as he's not the one being confronted. I agree with that. I agree. Well, I think I might have read all this, but hey, I might pop in and look again at some more and see what he's got kicking. Anything else? I mean, that was random that I looked at that asteroid. Oh, it's in retrograde. These R's and D's mean if something went direct. Ah, and his nodes are direct. I think retrogrades in a chart is a lesson you have to relearn. And it's interesting that his Uranus, which is also a culprit in all this shit, is also retrograde. Like you're coming back. Does he have any squares to the nodes? No. Let's see. I'm going to see. I need my glasses, though. Anything random? I'm trying to think of dark sexuality in the chart. Asteroid Nemesis. I think it's like 157. Let me check. I don't have all these memorized. There's like 20,000 of them, but I might be right. No, 157 might be something else. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's 156. I could be off all the way. Weird. Dejanira, that's weird. I didn't realize. I guess because my mind might have just seen a 157. Okay, but let's see where his victim complex lies. Conjunct that Uranus, so it's in the mix with all this shit. But I'm going to look at some other asteroids in the chart while I have like 10 minutes and leave this up. That's crazy. Hey, good and you? Yes, I'm always, well, astrologically speaking, so it's all hypothetical, however you want to say it is or not, but it's very interesting to say the least. In my own way. What I can bring to the Jorrun community in my own way. The weird things I'm into. Okay. I was actually talking with someone, occult-wise, about Jorrun that comes to the Jorrun streams, and they don't even know Jorrun. But they say they liken him to having somewhat of a Peter Pan syndrome. And he said he always gets like this Peter Pan image of him in his head with Tinkerbell, with his genies. And I was like, that's something I could look into to see if there's something psychological. But this man doesn't know him at all. But we were talking about the theory I had about the servitors and genies and bottles and pretending Sasha was real and masturbating over her, things like that. And like I said, y'all don't have to believe in this shit, but it is shit I rock with. So, I just think that it's probably a possibility. And it's not just like stupid witchcraft shit. Like this is like Eastern tradition shit that just kind of got westernized with Crowley. Good and you're all three. Sag Sun, Gemini Moon, Virgo Rising. I'm Virgo Sun. That's why we vibe, because who I am is who you are. Yay! All right, well, let's look at some deviation in the chart then. What'd you say? Deviance. And it's weird that deviant art, right? Deviant, isn't that what Kennedy called it? Look, first thing, Nessus, asteroid of deviant sexuality and abuse. Well, I know there's other ones. We ain't looking at Lilith, that ain't even it. Okay. For sexual immorality. Ooh, lust. We could look that one up, but that's like a little too vanilla for me. What is, I'm not going to say dumb, but I'm just like, what? Oh, Priapus. That's right. Or Priapus, however you say it. I forgot about that one when I was studying some stuff I came across. Sexual affinities that we keep secret or repressed sexuality. Well, let's see what he got kicking with that. That should be fun. Okay. That's in this. Anybody, if you're interested in astrology, astro.com, you can do all this for free. You only get a set amount of charts. But if you're starting out, all you need is what they give you to start out with. But I'm just seeing if there's anything else I want to throw in here. I think the Waldemath Black Moon is associated, but I don't want to get all confused. Okay, let's go. I mean, the TCAP rabbit hole ain't never going to stop. Never gonna stop, man. Never gonna stop. Rob Zombie shout out. Okay, Priapus. For Aries. It's close to the ascendant, but we don't know if that's actually his ascendant. So forego that knowledge. Okay. Let's see what it's aspecting. Square Jupiter, trine Neptune, opposition Pluto, sextile node, trine node. You know, I have another program. I have to fiddle with it, but they show things that they call like minor aspects, and they're a little bit more like, to me, fun to use, like septiles. You have to be like within, like, I think it's like what, 51.2 or something degrees for it. I mean, it's very precise. It has to be ping right on there. And I love quincunxes. Uh, I think there's one quincunx right here. Jupiter's and Saturn. Quincunx. Yeah, I like those because you can work them out to be a wonderful thing if they make a yod. I know I'm talking Greek to y'all. But anyway, okay, so Priapus, 4 degrees. Let's see what it says about Aries. I'm not surprised because Aries is a ram and a headstrong issue. I'm not going to talk bad about you, Aries, out there, but fantasies about rough sex, likes quickies, hair pulling and biting, domineering and aggressive. They could fantasize about an S&M relationship. I mean, he could. I don't know if he does that or not. Damn. Dan Jones, I can do astrology. I had to do Callie's next. I told her, oh, I haven't done it yet. Callie, if you hear this, I did not forget you. Okay, so I try to teach things, Cassandra, Dr. Cass. I'm not like, and to be honest, I'm working on other things that aren't going to be so TCAP related, more in my occult life, because that's like my #1 passion. But like, I hope that some of y'all still popping around to see what I'm up to. And but if you know, I'll still be doing this kind of stuff, you know, the cesspool of my channel. But yeah. So what was I gonna say? Hold on. It'll come back to me. Yes, but I have to know your birth time because like Jorrun's, y'all, I could really just get it if I had that birth time. But like, because the birth time, what it does is it sets the houses. These things out here, this is just the modular standard one. It's not like this for everyone. It depends where you were born and what time you were born, and the place you were born. That's why I said where, because then the latitude and longitude becomes everything, and it is all a math problem. Had I known I'd do astrology so much in my adult life, I would have been fucking banging in geometry. That is the truth. I would have been like on it. But you know, they don't make it fun in school. You got your birth time? Hey! Oh, look who's short up. Short. I just talked about your Tinkerbell Jorrun theory, actually. George Allen London has a lot of insight about Jorrun. Doesn't know Jorrun, but I'm going to figure some of that out. Interesting stuff. Don't put it out there for everyone to see, Dan Jones. But I deleted it. I screenshotted it, though. I got you. Yes, so get with me, good and you, and yeah, I can do it. But don't get upset if you don't like what you hear. Because you know what I don't like about apps? They tell you like an aspect is like not so bad. And people don't believe in bad aspects. I believe you have to know if it's bad so you can fix it. If it's a situation that you need to fix for like ego improvement or growth, soul growth, right? But like, whatever. Where's Jorrun on the alpha chart? Let's see. Alpha to me be Mars because that's Mars, right? God of War. Let's see. What's Mars doing? It's an Aries Mars. I don't really fuck with Quintel for that. I mean, it's touching Venus, but I'm not into that for the moment. Opposition, Uranus. Let's see what that means. I don't have that. Like, I don't know every aspect of my head unless I know it personally for me, and I've actually like tried to like improve it or just whatever. But once again, I'm gonna grab my favorite. Oh no, planets and aspect. You can tell I use this one a lot. This thing is like all cracked up. Okay, so it's gonna be Mars and Uranus. Let's see. The opposition. No, wait. It's very wide. It's 10, and that's the most I like to go. But for Jorrun's sake, let's see if it's something shitty. All right, let's see. Because remember, Uranus is the kink shit. So let's see. Mars, opposition. Yep. All right, let's see. I don't know what this says, so we're just going off the cuff here. Hold on. With Mars opposition Uranus, you have a genius. He's a genius, remember? For arousing others to challenge you. You enjoy competition and, not me, fuck that. And have a flair for gaining dominance over others in his own fucking mind. But the truth is, y'all, he did. He did do what he did. He got caught, but he did do what he did. Okay, the simple fact is you are arrogant, demanding, and authoritative in your dealings. Am I clear? Okay. Which tends to disarm people. You seem to thrive on bickering and argument, even if you aren't serious about it. This is just another way to continue providing excitement for yourself. Jorrun would never even get near my Uranus. Oh, happy birthday, Dan. Oh, wait, you said it was already passed. Okay, let me continue. Your behavior has little to do with your competence. Although your forwardness often convinces others that you know what you are doing. He's a professional YouTuber, y'all. With your flair for expression, you should seek occupations such as selling, politics, group interests, or science that depend on this quality. You can become interested in hazardous occupations like flying, racing, exploring, or mountain climbing. He might, but he's not in shape for that gym rat. But you must be extremely careful and take all safety precautions because you are accident prone. I'm thinking of I see angels. Okay. These endeavors are not recommended. You tend to throw caution to the winds, especially when someone is watching. To impress people, huh? Your desire for approval. Oh, hey, Calp! is so strong that you will even risk danger to gain it. This is Jorrun, by the way, y'all, who just joined us. I'm not talking about me. Okay. You don't tolerate any restrictions on your freedom, making a YouTube channel 3 weeks after he got canned here, and need to be constantly on the move. Is this because you're afraid others will discover how insecure you truly are? Perhaps your lifestyle is a defense against admitting you are mainly just a physical person, and it says that. Okay. Skydiving, exactly. In that picture of him flying the plane. He wants to seem adventurous because in his mind, we all want to be, right? But you ain't going to see me, my language going through the window. You are not going to see me jumping out of any planes. Mm-mm. I don't even like to do the rock climbing wall at like the jumping place because I mean I'm in, but I'm scared. I'll climb to the top and I'm like, oh, I don't want to come down. You know, oh, you can do that. So you aren't the easiest person to get along with. Your outbursts of temper and cantankerous attitude really rub people the wrong way. You are basically against tradition with all its limits to individuality. You are critical of anyone who wields authority, Clobber, and everybody else, and wants your own way so much that you'll become violent when anyone tries to deny it. I mean, violent, I could see it. Okay. Your unpredictable nature may cause you to lose dear friends who will not tolerate your ignorance. That's pretty good. All right, desire from approval from West, wholeheartedly. We listened to that last night, and I was literally just, every time you listen, you find something new, right? Like, it's a thing. I'm going to do one more aspect, and then I think I might, maybe two, and then I might have to bump it, but let's see. Pluto is my favorite planet because it's like the muckiest of planets. Like, it's like a wrecking ball, and hey, I'm loud. I'm there. And, you know, Pluto's my favorite. Let's see what he got going on, Pluto. That I would deem as a possible negative. Some people, you know, whatever. All right, Pluto trine Mercury. Let's see what that is because that's communication. And Pluto is the art of persuasion. So let's see. Yeah. Respect my authority. I didn't even drink White Claw. I had mimosas today. I don't know why I'm burping. Okay. I don't usually burp. I'm a girly girl. But I feel like I need to explain that. I don't want everyone, because all y'all hear of me is burping and drinking claw. Okay. Oh, I did have Jameson too. That might be what it is. And soda. Okay. This was Mercury, trine Pluto. Okay. See, George Allen, did you understand? Uranus and Pluto. I have my Pluto books and my Uranus books. Those are the ones I'm trying to decipher right now in life. Neptune is cool too, the outer planets, the transcendental planets. Okay, let's see. Mercury trine Uranus? No, it's Pluto. Here we go. Okay. This is not right. It says your financial management skills are excellent. I mean, maybe if he like had a good job, he might be able to manage it. I mean, he was writing his bills down on paper. He was budgeting. But excellent, I don't know. This is a loose trine, but you know, well, I don't know how much money he has to say whether or not he's really doing good with what he has or if he's squandering. I don't think he's squandering because there's like nothing in the house, you know. There's a wok that his grandma might have used, you know. No, man, if his grandma used it, it would be like the most baddest ass of cookware. They didn't fuck around in the 50s. Anyway, but you get my gist. Can we not get into the Pluto planet debate? Because as an astrologer, I have a different sight than y'all see. And as a spiritual astrologer, even more so, Pluto is the reckoner. So, like, in my house, Pluto is a planet. Plus, it rules my chart. I'm kind of indebted to it. Anyway, it's like transformation and how you connect to people. Like me, I have Pluto on the ascendant, like right on it. Like you like me or you don't. And I think that's true to say. Like you either feel drawn to me or you can't stand me. It's that way. And that's Pluto for you. You're ready to face it or you ain't. And that's the truth. I'm proud of it. It took me a minute though. Okay, anyway. All right, let's continue. You enjoy the challenge of competition and can take on a heavy burden of responsibility without tiring because you become absorbed by whatever interests you. Cranking out those YouTubes. You always choose a subject that requires complete participation. As a writer, you might write technical papers or mystery stories. He wrote Jorrun the Barbarian. Okay, as a writer, okay, your capabilities are so wide-ranging that you could discuss corporate finances as easily as the mysteries of the occult. That's just giving us subject matter. I don't think he's an occultist. He's into fantasy for sure. I think he has a witch fetish on the low, but I don't think he really expands out more than that, other than it's like a goth chick thing or something to him. Oh, you have to kelp. You have to depend. I hope I answer correctly to what you're asking me. But some astrologers don't even include the asteroids. This is just like kind of like a side for fun thing if you want to dabble in the asteroids. But it goes, I can't explain it like in a little thing like this, but like, you know, it all, once it was a part of something and that something broke apart. So they have some value. I think everything in the cosmos has value. But, you know, as far as astrologically speaking, not astronomically, it's a matter of opinion. So I don't really can't answer because it's just a matter of opinion. But you can use them to be like sprinkles on the cake in your readings if you want. It's just for fun, I think. I wouldn't try to make a living as an asteroid astrologer because I just don't think there's enough basis for it yet. It's relatively new. It's probably like 20, 30 years. He was into Nancy Drew. Okay. Okay, I'm not done. Okay. In a personal relationship, you expect a lot from the other person, but you are willing to make a substantial contribution too. You have the inner perception to see through appearances. I don't believe that. And understand what motivates people. If that means that you can like read somebody and like a dolphin use your sonar to figure out what you want from them, yeah, I think he could do that. You speak with persuasion and authority. I told you, Pluto persuasion. And both unschooled and learned people are fascinated by your delivery. here we are. I'm astrologizing Jorrun. I mean, he is fascinating. Okay, like I said this earlier, Kelp, like in my chart personally, I think I have your chart information too. There's some things that are just like, what? That's fucking strange, or what a weird coincidence. But if we want to get crazy and deep and think about like in our own hologram, I always think all the time, like, is my chart just so fitting for me because it's supposed to fit what's going on in my hologram? I'm getting too with it, but I think it just depends. Not all asteroids because there's so many, but there's a few in my chart that are like, what the fuck? That's some weird shit, But like uncanny weird, but probably 10 out of the thousands. So that's not many. But Pluto, being the smallest planet, is the most powerful planet in astrology. But, I think that's because there's so much we don't know about it. I think the ancients definitely knew something was up with astrology because of the way their old astronomy, excuse me, not astrology so much, but they knew the planets had meaning, and that's why they're named after gods. That's what I think. Because the old temples and everything are made to be able to look at constellations at certain times, certain stars and things like that. Oh, Kelp. Oh. Thank you. I see, I appreciate when someone gets me in my weirdness. Okay. I can finish this and then I probably gotta go. I might come back later, but I might, because I don't have anything to do for a couple hours after I do this one thing. But, okay. Be watchful, though, that you don't provoke resentment by seeming to know all the answers. Give others a chance to demonstrate their understanding, as I've witnessed in Jorrun in general, but the Jorrun Kelp chat log, like, she can't have an opinion, even though they're incredibly insightful. It's like, bleep, it's not what he's going to talk about, so boring. Kneel down and call me master. This is an old book, so I don't understand what they're kind of talking about sometimes. Like, I don't know what junior achievement marketing is. I'm guessing it has to do with like Wall Street or something. I don't know. Market speculation? Is that like the rise and fall of the market? Is that what that is? It's saying he'd be good at that, but I don't know what that really is. It's cute though. Built good. That's right. I don't know who discovered Neptune. I don't have a Neptune book solely on itself. It's on my wish list, like, or to buy list, I should say. I have, this is not even, this is just like a small sliver. These are the books I'll probably use, not daily, but weekly. The other ones are downstairs, but I have so many to read. But Neptune it's a whole other animal for me to tackle this way. Um, I do think actually about an hour away from here, there's a guy I know, and he has like a lot of land, like hundreds of acres. And like I used to go out to his house, and you could see the sky. It's insane. There's pollution everywhere, but it was so clear, and I can only imagine how back in the time it was even more beautiful. He was talking to Kelp about airline stock. Did I miss this? That's funny. Okay, Junior Achievement is a business club aimed at high school kids. It's a business. Okay. In Hinduism, children's names are based on their charts. I remember when my little cousin got his name. I didn't know it all about the custom and I was amazed. Let me tell y'all, Vedic astrology is some shit. I learned doing Western and I haven't conquered it. So I'm not trying to go on to Vedic astrology, but I like Vedic astrology in the sense where Indian astrology, where they're like, oh, you have Saturn there? Oh, you're fucked. Like, not they don't say it like that, but they say it like, ooh, you better hope that your mom was born and blah, 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 to help you out with this, born on the third day of, they're very precise. And I like the astrology. I just made a weird noise. I like the astrology that goes along with the fixed stars, even though they move slightly as time goes on. But I think it's fun. We could look when I get back. We'll come back. We'll visit the fixed stars that Jorrun's chart is affected by. I'll be back in probably 30 minutes, if less. And oh. But yeah, that should be fun, and then we can see the cruel, horrible nature and how we might possibly die if you believe in that kind of thing. So, all right, everybody, I will probably be back in like it's cutting edge, huh? His dad, huh? He probably did. He probably bought the green screen and he can like do like his shares on it, like they do on TikTok. All right, no, really, I gotta go, but I'll probably be back. Like, let me be real. 15, 20 minutes. All right, so hopefully y'all can come back and join me, and we're going to just see the fate of Jorrun based on sidereal, sidreal, however you say it. I don't know. I say everything wrong. Astrology, the fixed stars at birth. So, Jonathan Perez, no. You need to learn something new every day, and here you are. But go get a snack and go TT, and I'll be back. I don't know what to call it. Tinkle, winkle, pee, piss. Go leave the door open so we can hear how hard your piss stream is. So we can just believe your stories about when you tell us about your 10-foot long dick. That's a Jorrun thing, if you don't know. All right, bye.